But I've watched you so many times in movies. I'm having a weird fan moment.
Oh, yeah. Stop it.
No, I am. It's so weird. I'm a musician, so I don't hang out with actors. I hang out with musicians. So I'm never around you. And then y'all come out here and I'm like, be cool, be cool. You're so cool.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, you're celebrating a birthday this month too. Is it your daughter?
My daughter.
Your daughter's, yeah.
So happy birthday. And wait, are you an Aries?
No, I'm a full-on Taurus. Yeah.
You're a Taurus. So
good
you're
and
stubborn.
bad. Good and bad. Yes, but also loyal. Let's start with the positive. Let's start with the.
I'm a Capricorn, so apparently.
Oh, I love Capricorns.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
don't know that
calm
much.
me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you not find that you're calming? Oh. But maybe for my energy, comparatively speaking,
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The blind leading the blind.
You know what? I only know male Capricorns. Maybe it's like a male Capricorn thing.
Oh,
if you're nuts. Yeah. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. What are you gonna do for her birthday? My son's is this month. I'm taking him to Legoland. What are you doing?
I've done that.
We love it.
Yeah, I did that actually, and I got a van.
I did and brought
you get
kids.
the van?
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing his friends, like a few friends.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that, I don't think you're allowed to say this word anymore, but don't get a hooker bus. Because I got a bus and told the company we were going to Legoland.
Has anyone ever called it a hooker bus though? Like
it had a pole.
Oh,
and
yes.
it had like,
Oh, like that's in Vegas.
Yes, like pink and purple lights, and the pole was in the middle.
Yes.
And I was a new mom at this school, so it was all the kids like and they got on the bus and were like.
It's that kind of party.
So, yeah, it was really embarrassing, and they still talk about it. And Henry threw up in the hooker bus.
Oh.
Because
I'm sure that's probably happened in the hooker bus before.
For different reasons.
So there's no segue there. So we're back with Amanda Peet. That was a look at our new series, Your Friends and Neighbors. It premieres on Apple TV Plus this Friday. I was just laughing because it was slapping. So tell us about the show. We need more than that. Tell us
So it's the inimitable Jon Hamm.
Yeah.
And he plays like a middle-aged finance bro who's at the top of his game, and then he gets fired, and he lives in the suburbs of New York, really, really like tons of rich people, and he starts robbing his friends and neighbors.
As you do, as one does. So
he's living a double life, and I play his ex-wife with whom he still has some unfinished business, I guess, shall we say?
Yeah.
And then.
But good for you for getting out from that gym. Yeah. It's great. So the show deals with communication. Are you good with communication, like in your relationships, friendships, like husband, whatever? Are you good
I
with
feel
that?
like I'm really good at it. Yeah. I like therapy. I like family therapy.
Yeah.
I'm constantly dragging them all in for it, and
because we're all different. So like having to communicate is very hard if you receive things differently.
Yes.
People love differently. Yeah, it's very hard.
The family is like its own
and the dynamic changes.
And it changes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work.
Yeah. But it's so great. Have a family. I should get a how-to book.
A stripper bus.
Would you? Yeah. And a stripper bus.
That's what I meant. Stripper. Damn it.
I know. I don't know if there's like a right word anymore. I don't know if there's a PC.
Is that a
there
right
is. Word? I don't know. Well, would you ever be able to be a thief like that? Have you ever stolen anything?
I don't have a good poker face.
Oh, me. Okay.
I just don't.
Yeah.
And also I have a lot of anxiety as a person. So
as a human,
I have a lot of anxiety. I don't know if you can tell, but so when I'm lying, I just can't hold on to it. Like when I was little, or I wasn't little, I was probably like 14, and I have an older sister, and my parents, for our curfews, they were really clever, and they used to go to sleep but leave their door ajar with an alarm in it, and the alarm would go off at your curfew. So if you didn't get home by whatever it was, 12:30, the alarm would go off.
This is brilliant.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah.
So my sister called me at 9 o'clock on the normal landline. There were no cell phones, and said, tonight, can you go turn off Mommy and Daddy's alarm, because I want to stay out with my friends and I don't want to come home. And I was so excited that she confided in me.
Yeah.
And that, you don't understand.
Because you're cool enough that she's like asking you to do something.
I was like, I can't. And all night with my parents while I was saying goodnight, I was like, night! And I just thought I was the coolest. I thought I was the bee's knees. And then all of a sudden, after my parents went to bed at like 10:30, 11, I was like, oh my God, she's dead. She's probably been kidnapped. And now
it's your fault.
It's going to be my fault.
Yeah.
And I started panicking and bawling.
Oh no.
And I couldn't reach her because I didn't know where she was. And I woke my parents up.
Oh no, oh no.
And she was grounded for like weeks.
Oh. I don't know if she confided in you again.
She sure didn't.
You know what, though? That's a lot of pressure, because then what if something did happen?
It's so lame.
Yeah.
It's so lame. What a loser.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
no, it's
tragic.
not lame. That's really sweet.
And also, I was only 2 years younger. Like, I should have just, I mean,
no.
And she never invited me to any parties or like visits. No, I mean, okay.
Okay. No, but that is true. Like, what if something would have happened? Like, you know, I think, like,
New York City.
I am like,
circa 1988. Like subways. Like I don't know.
Girl, I've seen Dateline circa any year.
Yeah.
It was happening. Yeah. We just didn't know.
Yeah, so that's what was going through my mind, and it was going to be on me. So
that does suck, though. She came home and was like, seriously?
She opened the door, and my parents were like sitting there, and she was just like,
oh. That's a lot of stress. There's where the anxiety started, therapy. That was the birthing place of that. So your husband actually co-created Game of Thrones, and you have this really funny story. We were at the hospital night, and I have a similar experience. I was afraid of talking because I had to go under, and it was for a colonoscopy, and I think yours was it
Mine was for a colonoscopy.
Mine was too, and I was so afraid what I was going to talk about.
Can you say?
I can't, but I can't say what I thought I was going to talk about, but I was so worried about it, and I was, because they said
Was it your first time?
It was my first time ever having a colonoscopy, ever going under.
Ever going under? So
under,
like
ever.
Okay.
Yes, and I was so worried because people said you talk a lot, and because I had done it at the dentist.
Okay, so people said
they put me in laughing gas,
okay.
and apparently I just started talking about things I should not have talked about, and I was like, oh my God, Chatty Cathy, and so I was very nervous. But I hear the same thing happened to you.
Yeah. So the anesthesiologist came in. It was at the end of Game of Thrones or whatever, 3/4 of the way through, and nobody knew about Jon Snow. Was he really dead? Was he going to come back? And I didn't even know until very recently. Like, David had kept it a secret from me and finally told me when I threatened to divorce him. And so a lot of people would ask me, and I had like a standard answer and everything like that, and was like, I can't say. And then the anesthesiologist came in and was like, I'm such a crazy psycho fan of Game of Thrones, And I was like, oh, how sweet.
No.
And then I was like, oh my God. And he was like, so I'm gonna give you this many bleeps of your anesthesia, and you'll just count back from 10. And I was like, no, because he was asking me about Jon Snow. So anyway, that's basically.
You know he asked.
To this day, I don't know whether I was like, he's coming back. Same.
So before we go, you also have a movie coming out, right?
I have a movie. It just premiered.
So you won an award as well. South by Southwest, right?
I won an award, and I've never won any. Actually, you know what? When I won this award, I've never really won anything since I was 8.
What?
Well, yeah. And when I was 8, I came in
Not even like
third.
a game night? Like a...
No.
Oh.
Never.
This is sad. This is sad. This got very sad.
I've never won anything. Can you edit this out? I just remembered the little tin blue turquoise button for third place.
Oh.
And I had like 3 of them, and they would like click when I walked on my shirt.
Yeah, with pride.
And until South by Southwest, that was it. A little clickety-click little tin.
That feels good, though, because maybe you weren't expecting it. That's always the best, when you weren't expecting something.
No,
and
I
you're
was like, is this a joke? Is this April Fool's? Am I being punked? What's happening?
Congratulations. What's the film about?
Thank you. The film is about a suburban mom who kind of has an affair with a Manny.
Okay. Spicy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. If you want to know more, you got to see it.